Okay, so Seth and I are here at the Linville Falls, the Chimney View Overlook. And we got here about 20 after 7. By the time we started hiking, we waited for to get a little bit lighter. About 7:30, quarter till 8. So we've been hiking for just under an hour now. We started at Pine Gap and came up Marion Wright, and now we're here at Linville Falls. So this is a pretty touristy spot. From here we're going to go up around the top of the falls near the parkway, cross over the top, and then we're going to come down here to the plunge basin, and from there we will take the plunge basin Gulf Spring connector, which goes along this river, right along the edge. So we don't know what we're going to find there, and then we'll pick up Red North after we pass Gulf Branch. So the water level is high right now. It was above 1,000 CFS last night when we left this morning. So we had Hurricane Delta come in through the weekend, and fortunately we didn't have as much rainfall as we thought, but it's still going to be an obstacle for us this morning.
We'll make it.
We'll make it, so we'll check in later. Alright, we've just finished the Gulf Spring connector trail from Plunge Basin. You can see Gulf Spring over here, the Linville River, and we are getting ready to go on to Red North from here. I'm going to film a little bit, but it's pretty bushy, so it's followable, but I need some hands, so I'll have to get some pictures in a minute when I get through this. Alright, it's about 12:25. We've made it to Reference Rock.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit foggy still from the storm. But been hiking for a little over 4 hours. We got some mileage to go still because we still have to go to Sitting Bear. So we had to go do Red South, Sitting Bear, and then Jonas Ridge up to Hawksbill, and hopefully down the Ledge Trail where we'll camp for the night. Red North sucks, and I don't ever want to go on that again. How bad was Red North?
It was pretty sucky. Bushwhacking straight uphill, backtracking when you couldn't find the trail.
It's overgrown.
No trail.
Not a recommend.
But we made it.
But Reference Rocks looks like it. Okay, we made it to Sitting Bear Rock, and we're standing underneath it right now. It's a giant rock right here. We had lunch at Reference Rock, and then took Red south from Brushy Ridge and crossed Henson. And I hate Red. I never want to go on Red again. We just after Red, we climbed up Devil's Cliff. Oh, it started raining on us after we got water at Henson. So it was really hot, and I had a really hard time coming up Devil's Cliff. But we're back on Jonas Ridge Trail now, and we're about 2 miles from our camp on the south side of Hawksbill from Ledge Trail. So that's what we're aiming for. And it's 3:40 right now, so I think we can get there in the next 2 hours, and that should be good for us to get camped before sunset. So anyways, check in again later. Coming to you live from our campsite. Well, I can't remember where did we last check in? By Sitting Bear? I think so.
I think so.
So we hiked the Jonas Ridge Trail, and that was overall fine, even though it was kind of steep. We got about to the summit of Hawksbill. Well, we didn't summit Hawksbill because it was so foggy. You couldn't see anything, so it wasn't worth it. Oh, you see that oatmeal down here? Yeah. At that point, it was about 4:30, so we had 2 hours left of sunlight. Well, sunset was supposed to be about
6:45, 50-ish.
6:45. Here, hold on.
No.
You're out.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be about 6:45, 6:50, and I figured we would have some twilight, so we should have been able to get to this camp by then.
With any normal hiking on any normal trails, we would have made it.
But
Quiet.
so we went down Ledge Trail, which I knew was a scrambler's trail, and it was only a mile long.
Probably the longest mile of my life.
It was rocky. It was hard to follow because we got rain after we filled up water at Henson Creek. All the rocks were slippery wet. Traction was not there. We lost the path a few times.
Yeah. We climbed underbrush for several hundred yards multiple times and had to backtrack to find the trail.
Hands and feet with full pack, or hands and knees with full packs on. Lost my knife, lost my rain cover for my pack.
Which hopefully we're clear of now, so.
Hopefully we're clear of. It is blue skies this morning.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, we were losing daylight, and after praying a lot, we somehow found energy to keep moving because we were exhausted. Found the trail, and a little after 7 o'clock, dusk was turning to dark, and we had to put headlamps on. So we hiked for just under an hour and a half in the dark with headlamps to find this campsite. So what I allotted for 2 hours to take ended up being almost 4 hours. And I don't ever want to hike Red or hike Ledge again.
Nope. Nope, we're good.
Done.
Been there, done that. Got the t-shirt.
So we have to climb up to the top of Table Rock this morning. It's a little less than 2 miles. Unfortunately, we're starting the day after a great night's sleep. Slept very good, slept very cozy. We have a great campsite, had a stream through here, had a rock couch, and then we'll be hiked through the chimneys, down the chimney gap, then up to the top of Short Off, where it's 2.5 miles on the plateau where we'll have camp tonight. So we're looking forward to an early campsite, or setting up camp early, which we hope. So
much earlier than tonight.
Yep.
Or last night.
So yesterday was the longest 10 miles of my life out in the outdoors.
Yes.
It's 8 miles today, but we're not anticipating it to be bad.
Should be a good day.
So it should be a good day. So we're gonna break camp and check in later. Well, we've made it to the saddle camp on the Mountains to Sea trail. We hiked up Spence and connector trail to Table Rock. Dropped our packs and went to the summit of Table Rock, which was nice because we could see everything.
Yeah, cool view. Finally, we got to see something today.
Yeah, as opposed to yesterday where we couldn't see anything. The sun's out today, blue skies you can see, and there's no fog today, so that's nice. Hike down Mountains to Sea. We're halfway between the plateau where the North Carolina wall's at and the plateau on Short Off. So we're gonna take a break here, eat our lunch, and go from there. So we haven't quite made it to camp yet. We're almost there, but we decided to fill up our water here at the spring tree, where you can see we just have a spring that comes out of the ground from underneath this tree. Pretty cool.
It's awesome.
Alright, so we've made it to camp. We got here about 4:30.
Yes, we did.
And got the fire going. We got tent set up. Fire. We got some bratwurst here. I don't know where that's at. If that's like a leg shot or what. Yeah, it's right on you. So I don't know if. Yeah. So we had a good day of hiking today. Weather was much better. We did have blue skies. Went to Table Rock. We were on the Mountains to Sea Trail most of the time, and it was good. We stopped for lunch in Chimney Gap at the group camp there. That was nice. Now we're here. Short Off has been a nice hike.
Yeah, hike across Short Off was really fun. Lots of views, nice and flat.
Yeah, it was
very enjoyable.
Yeah, it was much better than the 3 mountains we've climbed in the last couple days.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So once up here, that was nice. Now we're eating some brats, and even with nothing on them,
oh my word, they're phenomenal.
They taste great. It's like we had tortellini for lunch with nothing on it.
No seasoning.
No seasoning, no butter. Cooked it in water, and it was glorious.
It's like the best thing ever.
So we're gonna finish our dinner and camp for the night. I don't even think I'm gonna use a tarp. It's so nice. It's supposed to be cold in like the high 40s, maybe low 50s. Ooh. We'll check in the morning.
Peace.
Welcome to day 3. Camp here. I had a decent night's sleep last night. Not as good as the night before. And
I'm out of it.
Not as good as the night before, but nice night last night. Yeah, it was clear.
Beautiful sky.
Got to see lots of stars. A little bit of the Milky Way. See Saturn and Jupiter, some shooting stars.
Mars was super bright. That was super cool. The brightest it's going to be till like 2035, I think.
It was windy last night. I was going to sleep without a tarp, but I set it up as a windbreak. I'm glad I did.
Yeah, that was a good call to put the tarp up.
Got breakfast. Already done with that. We're almost packed up and ready to go. It's about 8:15 Wednesday morning, and we're gonna head down Short Off Mountain, across the river, and then up the Mountains to Sea Trail to Lead Mine, and then the Linville Gorge Trail. And we're gonna see how we're planning on camping along the Linville Gorge Trail just south of Conley Cove, but. We were saying earlier, like Monday was our really bad, hard day. Yesterday was like a recovery day. And we got to camp at 4:30, so it was nice. We feel a lot better. And this morning was dry, so my socks and shoes are finally dry.
Yes.
Even though they're crispy and they thunk when you hit them, which is gross. And then today we feel very eager to.
And not from any moisture.
Not from moisture. No. My socks are hard with crud. It's gross. And they smell
Lovely.
At least it's not on my hands after putting them on. So we're going to try to gain as much ground as we can today. At least we're going to get to just south of Conley Cove. But
we'll make it further.
We're
going to go about 20 miles today.
Camp with the car.
Yeah.
But anyways, we'll probably check in around the river.
Peace.
Alright, we're here at the Linville River where the Mountains to Sea Trail crosses it. We go in right here and it looks like the first dip is going to be a little bit on the deep side, maybe waist deep. But once you get out to the middle, it looks alright. So maybe ankle, less than knee deep. Looks great considering a few days ago there was a remnants of Hurricane Delta coming through here. The trail picks up on the other side. And yeah, we're gonna change into some water shoes and head over. Oh, Seth's crossing the river and I started taking video instead of pictures. I'm about to head in. I'm in the river. It was about knee deep getting in. It's like not too bad right now. Oh, this is a highlight, man.
This is awesome.
I love this.
I just keep telling myself pride goes before a fall.
Yep. And that's up into the gorge. Looking down.
Trekking poles are definitely a good idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this away and grab mine. Okay, we finally made it to the river, the west side. We've come down the lead mine trail, which was really steep, and neither of us really want to go up ever. But we're at the river. We're on the Linville Gorge trail now, and we're looking forward to be able to put some miles on.
Here we go.
How many have we done so far? Like 4?
Today, well, I've got us tracking at like 6.5, 6.
Okay.
Might be give or take a little bit.
Yeah, so you can't really see Short Off Mountain, but it's
There.
It's up there behind those trees. So we've made some distance today, but
Also, we had a jet flyby when we were out overlooking Short Off earlier. 2 jets gave us a flyover coming down through the gorge, and when we first got to see them coming out of this clearing, they were literally at eye level or below, coming around Short Off Mountain, and we could see them belly up as they came around the mountain and took off back. It was absolutely incredible, amazing. So
we're gonna push for camp tonight to hopefully get a little further than Conley. We haven't quite figured out where yet. We're gonna try to get some miles in before we stop for lunch, maybe at least to pinch in, and we'll go from there. There's Short Off, hiding, poking out from behind the trees. Oh, you can do it.
Yes, of course you were videoing.
It's about 1:45 on Wednesday. We're here at the Pinch-In Trail. In just over about an hour and 15 minutes took us to get from Lead Mine to here. So since this is Seth's first time out in Linville, I would normally do something like take him up pinching, but
I think we've had a pretty decent Linville experience so far.
At this point, I feel like he's paid enough, so we're gonna keep heading north, and I think we can do better than the camp we planned on.
Yeah, we're making good time.
So
we're moving.
We're gonna keep moving, but we are. We're glad we're not going up pinching today.
Yeah.
So we're in the belly area of the Linville Gorge Trail. All these giant house-sized boulders are in the river. Up, and the North Carolina wall and the amphitheater is above us. It's a straight shot up the amphitheater. Climbed up that a couple times, huh? Kind of see the Sphinx from here. Through the trees, maybe. Oh, that's it right there, huh? You can kind of see it. Can't make it out on the camera very well. You're up there. It's a cool spot.
Yeah.
There's the Sphinx. Right there. Yep, we've hiked there a couple times. So what that looks like is coming down through there, up the ledges here, down that ledge, back down this one, up the Sphinx, back this way, and then now you can't see it but up the amphitheater. Pretty cool though. Table rock up there. Hawk's built here behind the trees, sorry. You can hardly see it. But the river is pretty great. Okay, well, we made it to a campsite.
Woo! We pushed.
We pushed ahead past the campsites south of Conley. And how far did we go?
Over 13 miles, probably pushing 14.
Yeah, today. So we're camping on the east side of the river, just by Devil's Hole. So we added a couple more miles to our trip today. But that's gonna take off what we have tomorrow. So tomorrow we plan on Babel Tower, past Cabin, past Bynum, to Pine Gap. And within a few miles we should be out. So we're looking forward to a big dinner tonight. And
today was work.
Today was work.
Today was work.
Yeah, we left camp the short off group camp at 8:45 this morning.
Yep.
And it's now 5:45 p.m. on Wednesday. So
it's a long day.
And
we didn't stop for lunch.
Didn't stop for lunch.
And I think I can remember 2 times that we actually dropped our packs.
Yeah.
At the crossing, and on the other side. But I mean, at the crossing, and then
getting water.
Getting water just about an hour ago.
So
that's it.
We pumped those legs and crushed it today. So gonna have a good night. All right, we're on the Linville Gorge Trail, just below Babel Tower. Probably can't see it through the camera, but Table Rock, oh wow, it's all wiped out. There we go. Table Rock's back that way. Linville River. We commented just how many house-sized boulders there are in this thing. It's unbelievable. And as we come around this bend, I can actually see Babel Tower, like Avatar's rib, through the trees right here. Yeah, it's hard to see with the camera. And then on that sun-kissed ridge up there is Reference Rock, where we ate lunch on the first day, which seemed like a long time ago. We got just under 3 miles left. Linville Gorge Trail has been challenging, full of talus, walking over this stuff. We just walked down that steep bit. It's about 12 feet high. I mean, anyways, lots of stuff like that. But it's been cool out here, but we're ready for some lunch. Some pizza, some beers.
Right.
Let's get it. Okay, we are at Babel Tower. We just finished climbing up the tower itself over here. You can still barely see through the trees. So there's a scramble up to the top of that. That's not too bad. So we went up there. More of Babel Tower Peninsula beyond. Canyon below. Well, we got less than 3 miles now to Pine Gap. Take Linville Gorge Trail past Cabin, past Bynum Bluff. I like to take a good look at Bullface Cliff just from the river. And then to Pine Gap, and we're out of here. Packing up and head out. I don't even know what's in the way or if we're in focus, but we made it. Back at the car. The car is here intact. It starts. Woo! What a trip. That was a long ways.
Well, like you said, it was gnarly in every sense of the word.
Every sense of the word.
The whole thing. That last, well, really the last 2 days. Coming down from Short Off was okay, but then it was a grind coming back up the gorge.
Yeah, up the Linville Gorge trail was just like...
Just an absolute grind. It was a meat grinder.
Yeah. So we did 13 miles, something like that yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
We only did 4 today, but man, they were like rocky and rooty and slippery.
Tough miles.
I'm glad we pushed yesterday.
Yeah, that was a good call.
But we're done. God kept us safe.
We made it.
Nothing beyond some scrapes and blisters. And we're ready to go eat, then go see our families again.
That's right. Woo!
It's been fun.
Get it.
Coming to you live from our campsite. Well, I can't remember where did we last check in? By Sitting Bear? I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
So we hiked the Jonas Ridge Trail, and that was overall fine, even though it was kind of steep. We got about to the summit of Hawksbill. Well, we didn't summit Hawksbill because it was so foggy. You couldn't see anything, so it wasn't worth it. Oh, you see that oatmeal down here? Yeah. At that point, it was about 4:30, so we had 2 hours left of sunlight. Well, sunset was supposed to be about
6:45, 50-ish.
6:45. Here, hold on.
No.
You're out.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be about 6:45, 6:50, and I figured we would have some twilight, so we should have been able to get to this camp by then.
With any normal hiking on any normal trails, we would have made it.
But
Quiet.
so we went down Ledge Trail, which I knew was a scrambler's trail, and it was only a mile walk or a mile long.
Probably the longest mile of my life.
It was rocky. It was hard to follow. Because we got rain after we filled up water at Henson Creek, all the rocks were slippery wet, traction was not there. We lost the path a few times.
Yeah, we climbed underbrush for several hundred yards multiple times and had to backtrack to find the trail.
Hands and feet with full pack, or hands and knees with full packs on. Lost my knife, lost my rain cover for my pack.
Which hopefully we're clear of now, so.
Hopefully we're clear of. It is blue skies this morning.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, we were losing daylight, and after praying a lot, we somehow found energy to keep moving because we were exhausted. Found the trail, and a little after 7 o'clock, dusk was turning to dark, and we had to put headlamps on. So we hiked for just under an hour and a half in the dark with headlamps to find this campsite. So what I allotted for 2 hours to take ended up being almost 4 hours. And I don't ever want to hike Red or hike Ledge again.
Nope. Nope, we're good.
Done.
Been there, done that. Got the t-shirt.
So we have to climb up to the top of Table Rock this morning. It's a little less than 2 miles. Unfortunately, we're starting the day after a great night's sleep. Slept very good, slept very cozy. We have a great campsite, had a stream through here, had a rock couch, and then we'll be hiked through the Chimneys, down the Chimney Gap, then up to the top of Short Off, where it's 2.5 miles on the plateau where we'll have camp tonight. So we're looking forward to an early campsite, or setting up camp early, which we hope. So
much earlier than tonight.
Yep.
Or last night.
So yesterday was the longest 10 miles of my life out in the outdoors.
Yes.
It's 8 miles today, but we're not anticipating it to be bad.
It'll be a good day.
So it should be a good day. So we're gonna break camp and check in later.